Hi, it's
Radio Tower.
And welcome back to White Guy Talks About Shit that nobody else gives a fuck about. Yes, I am repping the Porter Robinson tee because, you know, I had to show some respect and let you guys know that I have the correct musical opinions. So if you disagree with me, you're wrong. And today I want to talk about a very specific kind of overlap within my Spotify account that I've found. And I like to call it shoegaze adjacent, glitch pop influenced, big drum guitar music. Now, don't get it twisted. This isn't going to be some like crazy guitar video from some elitist. I know nothing about playing the guitar. I know about as much playing this thing as I do selling illegal narcotics, which is nothing, by the way. I only play in open tunings, and I just learned what an inversion is, so don't expect this to be some crazy like, and he's playing this chord, and then he's gonna play this chord. Ooh, isn't that crazy? I know jack shit, okay? Don't talk to me. So this is purely from an enjoyer's perspective. So I'm going to discuss two artists today, and that being Ryan Hole and A Cloudy Sky.
Now every day I can't remember what it's like to be okay without having you in my life.
I first found Ryan Hole when he was promoting his song Therapy on TikTok, which was like way back. I think it was in like 2022. I remember really liking it at the time. Like, it was exactly what I was looking for. Now let's get the break-ins conversation out of the way early. Yes, there is some obvious influence in Ryan's music from break-ins and the overall glitch pop community as a whole. However, I think artists like Ryan Hole and Braden Ross, for example, have been pretty unfairly targeted and labeled as break-ins clones. Like, if you went back in time and had a look at the comment sections on some of these TikToks, you'd think that these artists were nothing but like outright rip-off artists, which just isn't fair. But by limiting these artists to these boxes, you run the risk of ruining any potential that was there in the first place. And that's kind of shit. So let's not do that. Not that they needed to, but I feel like Braden and Ryan, respectively, have kind of just proved themselves over and over and over again with the music that they have been releasing since they kind of blew up in this scene. I think both of them have an incredible talent and a very unique place in music. So, rant over. Let's talk about the actual good shit. So, I found Ryan off his Therapy promo run, and this was like right before he started rolling out his album Post-Teen Angst. I think there was maybe like a single or two in between. I don't know what the fuck I was tripping on, but I didn't like the singles for Post-Teen Angst when they came out. I don't know what was wrong with me, I just wasn't fucking with them. And then like right before the album came out, Ryan dropped Wait Up with Atlas in Motion. And I was really fucking with that one. I remember I really loved that song. And because of the waterfall, like release strategy that artists have been doing recently, I inevitably just heard the other songs and they fucking blew my mind. So right after that, I started like counting down the days to the album release. And holy fuck, did this thing over deliver. I'm talking no skips. Start to finish, all the way through. The first 4 songs were all the singles. They were just stacked at the start of the record. My favorites being Wait Up and Still. Gorgeous songs. But then right after all the singles, you get hit with the song I want to use as an example for Ryan Hole, which is Homewrecker. Holy shit, is this song an absolute powerhouse. I'm talking like top 5 pop songs ever. No bullshit. The way Ryan combines these like massive walls of guitar and then like these huge stacks of like vocals and harmonies.
He doesn't know you like I do. He hates the rain, but I dance all night soaking wet with you.
Is just incredible. It's so euphoric. And then you got all these like glitchy bleeps and bloops like fluttering around the instrumental. It just sounds like the song is constantly like glitching out and crashing in your headphones and then catching itself at the last minute. It's so satisfying. And then the most important part of the genre, the big drum, is fucked. Multiple times on this album, it sounds like Ryan is absolutely slamming the kick drum like 15 decades past the red line, and it just explodes the mix. It's fantastic. And then back to Homewrecker, you get this like gorgeous acoustic arrangement with like this room reverb effect that makes it sound like you're just like sitting in the next room listening to him play this. You get it. This song fucks. And you bet the album doesn't stop there, motherfucker. You're only 5 tracks in at that point. No spoilers, but there's this incredible cover of Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, just like in the track list. And it's just...
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything.
Who the fuck does that? So you're like, go listen to the album, finish this video first, but then go listen to the album, and you better buckle the fuck up. And then like what, a year later, Ryan's like dropping this 2-parter like album EP thing that just also smacks for some reason. The song Or Something just has the crispiest drum mix I've ever heard. Moral of the story, Ryan Hole is on a generational run, and you should all tap the fuck in. Shoegaze adjacent, glitch pop influenced, big drum or whatever the fuck I said, guitar music appreciation. Shit's incredible. Now, I haven't been a fan of A Cloudy Sky for nearly as long as Ryan Hole. I only found them when they dropped Spill from their most recent album, so like I'm a fresh face here, alright? This is uncharted territory for me. Therefore, I'm still making my way through their discography, so if I've missed a song that's like the best song I've ever heard in my life, please forgive me. I'm like 3 albums deep, I think, at this point. Ironically, I think I was listening to Ryan's latest EP, and then when that finished, Spill came on and just exploded my fucking eardrums. Skye's music, I found, at least the more recent stuff, really leans into that like shoegaze influence, that like really big, fuzzy, blurry world of guitar music, meaning Spill is just a crunchy, like overblown mess of euphoria, and I fucking love it. That guitar tone that he hits is just so full of like angst and catharsis. It's legitimately like meth to me. Give me some meth. So you know the drill by now. I started waiting for their upcoming album. I was going back through their discography. And that's where I found the song I want to use as an example for A Cloudy Sky. And that song is Surface. This song is just a real powerhouse of a song. You have this crazy like syncopated, roomed out drum rhythm, just like smacking you in the face with this crazy like guitar lead line. And then, like, once you reach that chorus, it's just, everything comes together so well.
And if you're there, shooting flags in the distance.
The word choice is incredible. I know there's a lot of lore that I don't know a lot about. I'm not as versed in the lore as some people might be, but even with no understanding of his lore, the lyrics really put like a picture in your mind. It's just gorgeous. It feels like you're like just drowning. It's fantastic. And then just when you think it can't get any better, he comes in with this crazy like synth solo line to finish out the song, which just, I'm not even gonna like interrupt this. I'm just gonna play it and just like listen and tell me this shit's not fire. So yeah, I'm still exploring A Cloudy Sky's music. I've been watching the, I think it's the Strange Encounters series, which are like these little 2-minute-y short films that he posts before like some kind of release, I think. The last thing I want to talk about with Sky's music is the artwork that goes along with it. It's fantastic. As far as I know, he does it all in Blender. I first thought that it was like drawn artwork, like commissioned art, or he like drew, but no, it's all 3D. It looks incredible. It's just the aesthetic of everything is really on point. I see a world that I just want to live in when I'm looking at this artwork. It's fantastic. That'll be it for this video. I have an album that I'm working on. I spent the last like 10 minutes like promoting other people's music. Of course, I'm going to boost my own self-importance and talk about mine at the end. Who do you think I am? I have an album that I released last year called Ego Baby. You can go listen to if you want. I've got a new album that I'm working on, so like get hyped for that. Here's a little snippet for you. Yeah, and that's about it. Go fuck yourself.